Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Welcome to this live stream. It's 15th of October, the month of the disaster. I would say more than $19 billion worth of liquidations in just less than 24 hours. I mean, this is like a historical liquidations, guys. I mean, I've never seen these sort of liquidations. It's like first time it happened, and literally wrecked. So since past 2 days, I have been feeling a little bit, some unrest with the heart, and there were some, heart issues. But Alhamdulillah, everything is well now. And honestly speaking, I've received more than 150 plus DMs, both on X and Discord. And honestly, I've never received these many DMs after such huge crash. I mean, lastly, these sort of DMs I've received when Luna crashed, basically, and FTX crashed actually, but not this much. I mean, the numbers are too big, and I received DMs not only from my followers, but I received DMs from big accounts as well. And to my surprise, I mean, many people are asking same thing to me, that what do you think the market is going to do? And a lot of people just probably, when I talked with them, I spent a lot of time with them, and it's very disturbing, honestly speaking. It's not something it's not something you should cherish or you should laugh on. But these, trust me, guys, I mean, a lot of people have got wrecked, honestly speaking. Alhamdulillah, luckily, guys, we were safe. Not a single member got affected, except the few ones, of course. They played into someone influence, or maybe they are into some other groups, and they played without stop loss. They played with manual stop loss. And I don't know, I mean, I've just received a list of people in our community, like 4 or 5 members who are wrecked actually. And I'm sorry to say that, but I've tried my level best to warn you. In fact, like 24 hours back, I mentioned that shark is in play for BTC, and others as well. I'm looking for 5 waves down, so just have patience. The dip will happen. I did not shorted it because it was not in my structure zone to short it. And let me tell you one more interesting thing, guys. I mean, I know that many times I used to tell you that hedge this, hedge that, right? We have played hedge many times in the past, but in going ahead in future, we are not playing hedge anymore. And the reason is because I mean, I have inner circle. Okay, we are inner circle of 10 to 12 big traders with huge capital, and we are talking in millions, and a lot of, I mean, I would say my inner circle got, many of members got wrecked, literally from millions to zero, and many in debt as well, because they took funds from the market and someone else funds they were playing on. What happened, literally, other person literally sent me the screenshot of his positions. He had shorts and he has long as well. He practically has hedge, Basically, his liquidation price was 0. But when this dump happened, I don't know what the algorithm is designed for, but he did not even got a margin call. His liquidation was 0. And his long literally got triggered, and somehow his longs got liquidated for altcoins many, and that literally triggered a cascading effect on all other positions he have. Whatever the other hedge positions he had, everything was closed. I mean, there was no hedge anymore, which means that even though he has hedge positions, he got liquidated. I mean, this is the worst thing I've seen from Binance or maybe exchanges. Sometimes I feel, even if you have this much money, sometimes I feel who took this $19 billion? I mean, of course, $19 billion got liquidated. Okay, I'm damn sure nobody made this much money on the shorts. Of course, nobody can predict that the altcoins were going to go nuts. Many went 0. No one. In fact, those who tried longing 2x leverage, they have got wrecked. 2x no sef. So these was more likely it's like an attack onto retails. In my view, this sort of things is like, okay, we need to show retailers that this is something that our mindset, the liquidity is majorly into BTC, Ethereum, and now in BNB. I mean, they literally saved BNB, they literally saved BNB. And of course, there are a few coins that are outperforming after the dump as well. For example, ZEC. Because ZEC, I don't know, but Barry is the biggest investor of ZEC. I mean, he holds majority of the buys. He bought like $250 million worth of ZEC, like in 2022. Basically, he bought it. Barry, Grayscale. He is the owner of Grayscale Investment Trust, and or you can say CEO. But the most important part about this whole thing is this was a clear manipulation, guys. And now Binance announced that a lot of the people who lost, we will compensate, but like they are just going to compensate with like up to maximum $500 million. So $19 million wiped off, and they're just going to compensate with $500 million. I mean, you can just imagine what's going to happen. It's like a clear bloodbath. But alhamdulillah, we were saved. So now what is next, guys? I mean, I have been thinking a lot about this whole dump. Just forget about what's happening on the lower term time frame. I'm literally not worried about the lower term time frame at the moment, because I really don't have the view on the lower term time frame, honestly speaking. I won't lie, because these sort of dump, if you really ask me the wave counts on Atom, I won't be able to give you. The second most important thing you need to understand psychologically is, if someone is telling you that we have bought the bottom, they are wrong. Why? Because I know in my circle, many people try to catch the bottom. Their exchanges were not working at all. Their accounts got freezed like for a few seconds when the market dumped. They were unable to place any big buy orders. They were unable to do anything. So it was like, there's no possibility that anybody would have bought a big position size of coins at the bottom. No, it's a lie. Total lie. I mean, honestly speaking, I'm telling you with full confidence. It's not something that I'm making it, but this is what exactly happened. Some longed it when perhaps were live on Bybit, but Binance literally crashed. So there's no chance you would have made it on Binance. Yes, Bybit was very much alive, and that's the reason, guys, I asked a lot of you to move on to Bybit. If you really want to create an account, the link is there. Also, the Bybit announced the giveaway last time. The winners are announced, and they have sent me the list of like 4 to 5 winners who will be getting $1,000 reward distributed between them. So I'll post that the list of the winners as well, what Bybit have shared with me, and they will be transferring the reward amount 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 6 winners, and the finance team will process their prizes soon, and I will keep you posted. This is what my manager told me. Okay. And I think Bybit is the best exchange, guys. I mean, just something, Bybit don't pay me honestly to do all these things, but they were paying my bots, but now I've stopped it as well, because many people are not using it. So why to waste someone's money, basically. So now, before we deep dive into the lower term time frame, I just wanted to show you, first of all, what we had and what it literally played out. So if you just look at this thing that we had, look at this structure that we had. We'll go to the 12 hours time frame, and yes, we had this grab. These were the two options, the yellow and red one, and I did mention red is my most preferable scenario. And look at the bounce that we happened. This was a very good 2025 POC, 104.5. And we did not even went for the liquidity that we have around 98,000. Honestly speaking, I was expecting this value area low to be tagged. I had a huge buy orders there personally from spot perspective. And this is exactly, what it played out. The crab is played out, so I'm just going to remove it because crab targets are achieved. Now that the only thing is left is the shark. I mean, of course, the shark is still there. And this is the bearish shark. The bearish shark targets are anywhere under 74K. I mean, it can be anywhere. I mean, I don't know the exact targets. But we do have the liquidity around 40,000, 50,000. So my heart and time frame scenario is still bearish. Honestly, we are into my sell-off zone territory. And if you really ask me, my sell-off zone territory, I've been very vocal about it. 1414 Fibonacci level still 1618. So this is like 123,000 till 132,000 something. This is exactly what my sell-off territory is. 1618. 1618. Yeah, this is like here. It's like 130.5K. So this is like a sell-off territory zone, and we already rejected hashly inside this zone. So basically what I feel at this moment is, yes, we have seen a very good 5 waves, like 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So these are the very good 5 waves that I've seen so far on BTC. And I mean, many can probably argue that, hey, I mean, we are looking for 140K. I mean, I know it's good luck to you for 140K, but at least I don't have those targets at the moment. I will update you with those targets in case, if things changes. But what happens on the daily time frame, guys? What can we expect next? There are two possibilities, guys. There are two possibilities from here. The first possibility that, I have seen this many times since 2017, basically. We normally, what we do is we go down here to 2024 highs. I mean, not exactly 2024 highs, but somewhere around even lower. If you talk from the Fibonacci perspective, yes, we go towards the golden pocket zone. Okay. Around, maybe can even bounce from 0.5 Fibonacci levels, which is around 108.5 to 106.8. So normally we slowly drag down like this. We go down and then we go for M pattern. It's like a double top. We go down for 116, maybe somewhere around 117. Rejection happens, and then we start taking these lows. We go for this sweep. We bounce. We go for another sweep, 92K. Normally this is how the market, I have seen many times in the past, these things plays out, So this is my first scenario. The second scenario can be a bull case scenario where, why I say this bull case, because this may be irregular expanded flat, because you saw move on the down was wave A, then you got upside move with 3 waves, A, B and C. And then you got a move on the downside with like flat dump. We can be a wave C actually. So I'm just going to change the color to white. So in case if this is irregular expanded flat, we do have it like A, B and C, and this was your wave C. Okay. And let's understand if this is your wave C. So what's going to happen is that, we might literally not reject from 116, but what might happen is we might just simply go down here for a wave 2 to golden pocket zone, maybe retest of the 2025 POC like this. We accumulate here, we go up, reclaim, and we go make like this to 132K. So this can be a bull case scenario for BTC. We literally go for 1618. Invalidation of this shark would be once we go beyond 1618, which is like 131K. If we go above 131K, this shark will be bearish, and then probably I really don't have any reason to be bearish at that point. It's going to be like just wait for some more dips, and maybe we might be simply going towards a higher targets. So this is going to be your clear invalidation of the heart and time frame. Now these to validate these two scenarios, I mean, if you look at the historical data, I mean, we have seen these sort of dumps, and we have seen these sort of things playing out in the past. So if you look at this whole picture, I mean, just look at this wick that we had. There are two scenarios, we have it. First, as I already mentioned, these two scenarios, okay, and let's say we are in the middle of a bull run and we already got this dump, and then we go for, like as I mentioned, ABC scenario, then we go one more down and then pump continues. Okay, so that's the first way. I mean, this is the bullish chart. I already mentioned that bullish chart. Second scenario, same plan. We already dumped like this. We have got a nice bounce, and then we go for a sideways accumulation like this, and then we go for a run up. This is again a bull case scenario. Now, the third case scenario is the bearish one that I've already mentioned it. The bear case scenario would be that, we already got a dump, then we bounce, and then we go for a sideways, chop, 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 double top, and then we further dump like this. So that's, like that can be a crazy dump. If you look at from the Fibonacci perspective, yes, we literally went close to the 0.618 Fibonacci levels. So yes, this is the levels where we should be aiming for a very good buy or longs, at least I would say. Over here also 0.618 played a very important role. Over here as well, 618 played a very important role. We never went under 0.886. Max it can even go to 786 Fibonacci levels. So 786 to 618 is what we should be aiming to buy. Over here again, once we had a massive push up, we went till 786, and the market went for almost close to like a double top position. As you can see, like here, yeah, like we went to 786, and then we went for the double top over here, and then we again went back down to fill the liquidity. We literally swept the lows and then start running back up. So these are the 3 or 4, you can say, options that we have on cards for BTC, guys. And I do think this is how I see the market to play out. And the reason why I see, if you really ask me, the red one is the most favorable one for me. The reason why, hear me out, I don't have any biasness over here, but the reason is because of the USD dominance. The USD dominance, if you remember, I mentioned that I also posted my chart for USD dominance pumping up to 5.4%, a golden pocket zone, taking this liquidity, a bounce from the 0.886 Fibonacci levels, and that's exactly what it happened. You see, literally around 786 Fibonacci levels, 4.14. That's what I was expecting a bounce from, and we did a bounce. But now look at from the lower term time frame perspective, why I feel that the red one should play out on BTC. Why? Because you got a 1 2 1 2 and a massive move on an upside, and then you got ABC. Basically we are forming a triangle. Now if you look at this sort of a price action, just look at the Bitcoin price action, just look at this Bitcoin price action, and look at where were we? I think we had this sort of price action. 1 second. Yeah, here. Let me just have a smaller time frame. So now let's look at this sort of price action. So basically, so you have a very good ABC scenario, ABC, okay, irregular expanded flat. Instead of this is like a more of a running flat. Over here, USD dominance did irregular expanded flat. So this is like more of an expanded flat by sweeping the lows. Practically, it's like faking out and then push up. Then what happened over here is we went for like 1 2 1 2, and then a boom push up. A pusher happened. Then what happened? We went like we did. If we go to the lower term time frame, we did something like this. And then accumulation happened, and then we went for this highs. So a very similar thing is what I expect on BTC, on USD dominance, to very likelihood to happen, because I've seen this playing out on Ethereum as well, and I've seen this playing out on BTC many times. These sort of pumps, they are not fake. Actually, normally they are not fake, and you should not ignore or avoid them. These sort of pumps, you should not avoid them unless something. You can ignore it if these pump happens without a volume, but look at the volume on the USD dominance. So practically speaking, if you really ask me, guys, this is your support on the USD DOM now, which is what we have already mentioned, or we have got this support of 4.6%. Now we should be looking for a push up like this and come back down for a retest of the support, and then look for slowly and gradually run up like this. And this is how I would like to see 5 waves finish up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, and like a fake breakout, maybe a real breakout happens. Don't know at this point, but we have to be very careful, guys. We have to be very, very careful from the USD dominance perspective. If you really want to be bullish on a USD DOM, then or basically you really want to be bearish on USD DOM, you want USD dominance to lose 786 Fibonacci levels. You don't want a wick. We want it to lose. Basically, we start losing or closing in under 4.56%. Then the market will be giving you a V-shaped recovery or like a bullish recovery. Else, this is all a dead cat bounce, and it's just like you just have to short it. That's it, clearly. Hence, the red one is my most preferred scenario at this point, even though I have this ABC scenario for BTC, the white line. This is the bull case scenario. For that bull case to play out, you really don't want the 2025 POC to lose, basically 104.5. You don't want it to lose 104.5K. If you lose, khalas, game is over for BTC. You can simply short it. You can simply short the market as well. Of course, many altcoins will not even touch their lows. The altcoin that went to zero, of course, we're not going to zero for those coins. It happened because of the liquidity were removed by the market makers, And this is the second time it happened in this year. I mean, the first time it happened in February when, if you remember, literally a flush happened. Many coins just went close to zero and wrecked many. More than $2 billion of liquidation happened. But this is like the bigger liquidation happened, with $19 billion liquidations. So this is my plan for USD dominance and BTC. Now Ethereum, I do have the plan. If you remember Ethereum chart as well, I posted. I clearly saw this as ABC and I was expecting the move on the downside. I mentioned it, and this is exactly how it played out. Similarly, guys, what I mentioned for BTC, it also applies for ETH on the lower term time frame. There are two possibilities on the ETH and the lower term time frame. As I mentioned, golden pocket zone. We go to this order block, golden pocket zone. We bounce like a double top. We don't reclaim it. We lose this and wrecked. We go down like this. Something like this happens. Okay. This is the bear case scenario. The bull case I already mentioned to you. We go down here. We hold it up like double top. We flip it up. We hold up. And we go for a new all-time highs for ETH towards most likely $5,500 to $6,000. Now I do have the bull count to support that case for ETH. I do really have that bull count. This is clearly your wave 1, 2. This was your wave 3. This is 4, and we may have one more push up for a wave 5. That's a very clear wave count that I have. Now the only question is whether this is 5 waves or with this is some sort of another ABC, A, B, and C. But I don't know why it would be ABC. Only a dumb can count ABC. But or maybe the 5 waves can be slightly different. Slightly different. Slightly different. The fucking different. This can be 1, 2. This was your wave 3. This was your wave 4, and this is a wave 5. So the top might be in basically as well. Now, this is the bull case scenario for ETH, similar to what I mentioned for BTC, guys. These two scenarios that I have, either the red one or the white one. But my preferred scenario is the red one because we still have the shark playing out, and this is going to confirm only and only once we start losing 104.4. And I do think that the way we are expecting a bounce from value area lows, I really don't think the bounce will happen. I think most of people would like to bid $93,000, 90K levels, but most likely what it will do in case if shit hits the fan, it might simply liquidate them as well again, going back down to $68,000 in case if it just happens, So my plan for BTC is to, long around 106.8 till 786 fibs around 104.4 with invalidation under 104K, and aim is to take profits around 116.8, and that's where I'm looking to short as well. So in case if you're bullish, I think we will see some accumulation there needs to be an accumulation. Talking about the total crypto market cap, as well looks to me like a very good ABC, if you really ask me, unless if this was some sort of a fucking triangle which I'm unable to see. Maybe if this is the triangle, then we can just probably tell that this is the top, but the triangle is not complete basically, and hence I'm not sure if this is the triangle or this is some sort of a wave A, B, C, wave B, and the flush was like a wave C. So this was like a bottom of everything. We had an order block. I was expecting a move towards $3 trillion if, in case. But, we can, of course, as I mentioned, we can go sideways like this, the golden pocket zone, support, bounce, something like this is going to be your alt season, guys, because alts will pump as well. Now, the definition of alt season will depend this time, because it all depends on how total is going to play out, because the other crypto market cap, as I mentioned, if you see this chart is there on the lower term time frame, you can find this chart as well in my corner, where I mentioned, I can clearly see 5 waves on an upside, as well as, I'm expecting this harmonic to play out. The target would be 5 waves on the downside, going towards $240 billion. This was honestly my target. If you can see the green, the yellow one, but it literally went too deep. I was not expecting this cipher to play out so nicely, and this cipher literally played out. I'm so amazed and happy with this cipher, because this cipher has saved each and every one of our community member. I did post it. We have this cipher. Just do not mess with it, and just don't look for any longs at the moment. Have patience, have patience, have patience. Now, here on the other crypto market cap, guys, I have two things basically. Well, if you count this whole thing that we have, it can be like 1, 2, 3, a very deeper pullback for wave 4 ideally, but wave 5 like this, let's say you have 5 waves up, and if you just put the logarithmic scale over here, let's put it this way, then you have a perfect 5 waves. Okay, you can see that 5 waves, and we already had a good bull market, and now we are in a some sort of a reaccumulation zone for a bear market. And this thing can be a very good A, B, and a sharp move down for a wave C actually. And this can be ABC, guys. I mean, this can be ABC, because we literally bounced from the neckline support. So this is your neckline. Okay, this is your neckline. I'm just going to keep it normal for now. So this is your neckline, and for those who really like to play head and shoulder, okay, this is head, this is shoulder, and we dumped for the neckline. So till we are holding up $148 billion, we are good. We are not bearish. Okay, this is the neckline basically. Till above we are $150 billion, we are good. We are not going to see alts getting wrecked to zero or alts going back to zero. But now this can be a very solid signal that the bottom might be in for other crypto market, a very solid one, because if you look at the daily RSI, the daily RSI got flattened and it literally got reset. I mean, I'm not seeing any sort of a mega bull divergence yet. No. I don't really see any bull divergence at this moment. Everything is, there is no bull divergence on the daily. And on the weekly, yes, weekly we are having a strong bullish divergence over here, but then the RSI is under 47. A sign of worry, honestly speaking, but we'll have to wait for this weekly closure to happen, because if you look at the weekly time frame, RSI is turning red, BB is turning red, and whenever it turns red, this time you see, whenever it turns red, the market starts dumping heavily. I mean, we have already seen it, of course. And cross confluence is turning red, which is again not a good sign. So the weekly is not turning up good at the moment. We need to wait for this weekly closure for some sort of a confirmation or confluence. But this might be a ABC, or from Fibonacci perspective, even if it's not ABC or the CE is not in, let's say, you can say that we might be looking for a very good or a solid 0.886 Fibonacci levels around these levels. Maybe if we are not bottom. So how this bottom can be achieved, Again, we go for $208 billion. This is very good levels. From there, we go for a double top like this. And as I mentioned, we go down like here, one more down like this. We achieve it, we reclaim it, and we go for like this. This way, I think a cipher can play out. Honestly speaking, of course, the cipher is still a valid cipher that we have. It's a golden pocket zone. We already swept the lows 113, but this can be a very solid one, a very solid good cipher. I mean, we can even go for a shark, like this. These are two possibilities. I mean, either the cipher or shark. I don't know at this moment what's going to happen, but at least it's forming a very solid plan. And in fact, if you look at from heart and time frame perspective, again, we are having a good, not a solid one, but somewhere, I mean, because it went to 714. So yeah, this can be again a good, bullish cipher. You can say it's a very good one. So this was the bearish one. This is the bullish one. So 113. I mean, the bottom might be in, honestly speaking, as I mentioned. Again, this can do something like this. We can run up, and we can simply run up like this, the red one. And hence, I do think that when BTC goes for the golden pocket zone retest, similarly, when altcoins goes towards the golden pocket zone or the 0.5 Fibonacci levels of 221 billion to 205 billion, I think it will be a good buy for altcoins. Now again, guys, I would not recommend you to go for leverage longs. Start with just spot bags, guys. You cannot get liquidated. Also, don't go even for 1x leverage. You never know. These exchanges, I mean, they are very greedy and they want the money. So might hit your stop, might just liquidate you, because now I really don't trust them. As of course, I don't play on Binance. Alhamdulillah, I only play with Bybit. But still, I mean, it is a good exchange, but still, I mean, you never know. I mean, what happens because I'm not an internal team member of Bybit, so I really don't know what happened behind the scene. But still, I just want you to be cautious. Now you need to be less greedy with whatever happened. $19 billion of liquidation, more than 1.7 million traders, including the big traders got liquidated. More than the traders playing with 100 million, 50 million, 60 million, just wiped off from the market. Many also committed suicide. Of course, it's sad to hear that, but this is what the story is. And this is what the market update is, guys. You need to have a slight patience with the market at the moment. These are some plan for everything. I'm not going to check any LTF, any altcoin charts, guys. Doesn't make sense for me. Focus on BTC, Ethereum, and USD DOM and other crypto market cap, because why I'm telling you is, if let's say BTC goes to 0.618 and we are looking for a bounce, long or buy spot, whatever you want for altcoins at those price, so that if that altcoin is much weaker, you will get much bigger dip. If it is strong, you won't get much that bigger dip. So this is how you play it. If BTC goes to those support and we are looking for longs or buys, we can go here, we can buy. Okay, similarly for Ethereum as well, I've already mentioned to you the levels. USD DOM, as I've already mentioned, I'm really worried about this, honestly speaking. The way the structure looks like, this is clearly 1, 2, 3, maybe a 4 is forming, and something like this happens in next few days around. But you have to be very careful. My BTC heart and time frame scenario is still same, no changes. I sometimes feel that the harmonic is going to play out. Bullish cipher, this already played out. Bullish cipher, yeah, this one. So this is a very tricky scenario that we have at this moment. And if this plays out, then I don't know, I mean, many will get wrecked. You will lose hope. I think the 2026 is going to be much tougher in terms of the market, and I do want to recommend to you guys that you should not be putting, let's say if you have $1,000 on exchanges, let's say Binance or KuCoin, you should literally exit KuCoin. Trust me. I think KuCoin will be the one to will be the first exchange most likely in 2026 to probably get wrecked, the way FTX did. So Gate.io, KuCoin, these are not Bluefin, maybe I'm not sure. Bluefin, because I've not traded much on Bluefin. But you have to be very careful, I prefer my most trusted exchanges I prefer normally is Bybit and Bitfinex. I have, Bitfinex is like a whale exchange, so it's like, yeah. And you should be putting or taking out 50% of the funds from your wallets. You can probably convert it in cash, hard cash, put it in your bank account, or best would be to buy silver or gold. So let's go to the silver and gold analysis. Silver, guys, made new all-time highs and is above the neckline support. I am so damn happy. I mean, we are just about to start a big bull run on a silver. So I'm not selling anything, guys. I would not recommend you to sell any single damn, silver, whatever you have it. Whatever we bought from $21 or $22, or even if you bought at $39, continuously, repetitively telling you that buy. Even I mentioned around $32, I mentioned around $28. Just buy. Now, even if I expect silver to probably retest $40, I would say do not give a shit about it. Because now you can't expect, because when we go for this sort of a big pump, whenever happens like this, we normally don't go more than 40% on silver on the downside, unless if something majorly is getting wrong. And even if after making the highs or sweeping up, we don't go more than 20%. So even if you really want to go 20%, let's say from here, your 20% would be around 42.7. So you can't expect more than $40 downside. So I think $39.7 to $38 is like a dream now. So hence, whatever the dip you get around $40 to $39 is like simply a buy. And I think this is how silver is going to play out. 2026, I think we will see some accumulation from now, October till December. The way gold did, gold also went a beautiful run up. We literally made a very solid money on gold. Remember, we bought around 3126. In fact, we have bought gold for like on spots. I've been very bullish about it, around 2,550, very vocal about it. And now, whenever we see a very similar breakout happening, I mean, we saw breakout on gold happening, and like this. So whenever these sort of thing happens, gold went for like 13% move on the downside. From here, it went 8% on the downside, of course. So you can expect probably even silver to do at least 15 to 20% of the move on the downside. And I do believe, we need a bit of more accumulation on silver to run like this. Trust me. And I do believe that silver is more likely going to do something like this. Let me show you. Bars pattern. This is the third time we are doing it. So this is likely going to be what I feel silver is going to do, or what I see silver is going to do. Okay. So you already, this is what I feel the silver is going to do. Yeah, something like this. I think 2026 silver is guaranteed going towards, and this is not going to happen probably very slow. It's going to happen very quick. I think what's going to happen between now and few months down the line, let's say the December closing, when it's going to happen in this month, or maybe next month, next year, January, Feb, first quarter, we shall accumulate between $55 to $40, and then the real bull run begins for silver. And then we go for $75, and then we go for $92, and we go for $130, and then we run for $170. This is how I think silver is going to do. So basically, in case if you really wish you want to buy silver, I think $40 to $42 is what you should buy, because you are going to make at least 3.5x minimum. And even if you buy right now, you're going to make at least 225% in the next 2 years time. I think silver is going to give you good returns in 2026 basically. Very good returns basically, I personally think. Gold, my plan for gold on the hard term time frame, I have already mentioned about it. This is the weekly time frame for gold, guys. This was your clean wave one. We are talking about the primary cycle right now, a wave one, wave two, and we are still, guys, in like, you know, this is a wave one, wave two, and this is like wave one and wave two of three. Wave one of three, two of three, and we haven't even yet finished this wave 3 actually. So this is where I think more likely the wave 3 is going to finish somewhere around 7,150, and even can even extend till $8,000. 1:1 extension, maybe the bigger extension. So $8,000 meaning the double in price for the gold. So this can even extend, you know, because we are still very early for any sort of top. However, you will probably get one chance to buy gold somewhere around $3,620 to $3,500. A last chance you will get it, and when you get it, just grab it. Even if it dumps to 3,300, just hold it tight. Don't let it slip from your hand, because you know it will fly and probably you will miss it. And the next target for gold, I mean, this is the perfect LTF counts and chart that I have for gold. So this is like, you know, the wave 5. The wave 3 is like 4,300 is what I have for a wave 3. And the 3 of like, I mean, the wave count you can see. And then you can have wave 4. Wave 5 is more likely going to be around 4,600 or so. And after that, we will see a bit more sideways accumulation. So I think 2026 is more or less going to give returns in terms of, I think, another 30 to 35% for gold. Maybe we can even go to $4,800 in 2026. Best case scenario, I expect gold to probably do around 5,163, just a week or above 5,163 in 2026, because we're going to see a big bear market for SPX as well in 2026, as well as the big bear market for BTC and the total crypto market cap, in case if the big cipher plays out, you know. So it's not I'm bearish because of this dump. No, I mean, I already have this chart, the big chart for, what do you say, BTC since like more than a year now, and I'm just going to stick with it for now. So this is my plan for gold, guys. We are coming to the sell-off zone territory. My sell-off zone territory for gold is 4,000, how much? 303. 1:1 extension. $4,300 is my sell-off territory, basically. So we are very close to it, and you have to be very careful. Plus minus 2.5%. That's it. And the dump would be around, you can expect 9 to 10%, not much, maybe even 15%, not much. So I doubt whether it will go even to 3,500, but just in case if it goes for 17 to 18% dump, so that silver can dump as well, booyah. I'm just simply going to, you know, put half of my money that I have on BTC and I trade with on Bybit, because I really want to, you know, diversify the funds for 2026. I already have good positions on silver. I bought a lot of physical silver, you guys know it, okay? I already disclosed it once, and I hold that position since 2022, and I'm intending to hold this for till 2030 basically, or maybe till, you know, silver reaches $650, whatever comes first. For gold, I'm having good position, and I'm just going to compound it. My target for gold, as I already mentioned, is the minimum target is $8,000, and the maximum target is, I really don't have the Fibonacci levels, but you will be having somewhere around $10,461. That is going to be your, you know, minimum target for for gold, a maximum target for gold at this point, $10,461. So right now, gold, 1 ounce of gold is equals to 1 Ethereum, basically. So something you can say that, gold has surpassed Ethereum in terms of price, of course. So, and it's surely performing really, really well. Silver, just buy, guys. You can buy around $40, $41. If you get a dip under $40, just simply buy and hold it. Now, a lot of people ask me how to buy it. You just go to your jewelry shop, go there and buy fine Italian 999 silver. Okay. Also, the giveaway by Bybit, it has already announced the giveaway, my friends, and so I'm just going to mention the UID that has win the giveaway. So I'm just going to hold on, just write it down here, and I will also post it in change in row, sorry, 512580797, 5124588815, 5126843364, 5127223777, 5124042111, and last one 5125779114. Congratulations, guys. These are the UID of the winners for the Bybit giveaway. The $1,000 reward will be distributed among these winners, the 6 winners, and Bybit has messaged me yesterday with this one around evening 7:40 p.m. I will also post this on X. These are the winners. The another giveaway that we are having, so my associate will announce the winners as well for $100 giveaway. 2 winners will be announced, so don't worry about it. And have a nice day, guys. Take care. Bye bye.